Hello, everyone. As promised, I'm on at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. I hope my friends in the East Coast can see me. I am so looking forward to today's topic and talking to you about the relationship with your loved one and what's going on right now, because I'm sure many people in your life are giving you messages that are telling you that you need to close your relationship with them or sever your relationship with them. And I know that's just hurting your soul. It's hurting your heart. It's because your relationship with them was one of love. And here's the thing, love continues. Love transcends their death. And so we need to understand what is our job as we go through the grief journey with this. And what we're experiencing is just this huge heartbreak, because from that wonderful quote that you all know I love so much from Jack Lemmon, death ends a life, not a relationship. So please know the relationship continues, and this is not about saying goodbye and severing that relationship. So I'm hoping that that brings you some ease and some comfort, because the reality is death did end the life. And so we do need to find ways to sever our relationship with their physical being. That's true, and that's very painful. And I'm sure you're all going through your pain and your grief around them not physically being in your world anymore. I'm sure that you're experiencing times when all you want to do is pick up the phone or walk into the living room and see them sitting right there and be able to have that conversation with them. And to not have them in the physical form is debilitating. It takes everything out of us, you know. I remember with my mother, days after she died, curling up in a blanket that had her smell, just to wrap myself up in that smell and to feel comforted, feel some kind of physical comfort from her and from her physical presence, because that smell, of course, is evidence of the physical presence. And how hard it is when we realize that they're just not there anymore. And so grief is about coming to terms with them no longer being in that physical realm, but it's also about waking up to where they are now and seeing where they are now. And so some of you may be experiencing mental symptoms of grief, because there are a lot of them. Confusion, lack of focus, not being able to literally add two and two together. These are all mental symptoms of grief, and it can be so overwhelming. We can feel like we're going crazy. I remember looking for a phone number that I had written down like maybe 2 or 3 minutes before. I was on the phone with somebody. I was writing down a phone number. It was with an insurance company. I hung up the phone. Somebody talked to me. I started talking with them. And then I looked down at my desk and I went, now where did I put that paper? And for 4 days, I couldn't find that piece of paper. Please know you're not going crazy. Please know this is part of normative grief, because what's happening is your brain is working on the problem. Where are they now? Where are they now? Where are they now? And it is so hard. It is so very hard when our brain 24/7 is working on that problem to try and keep a foot in this realm and on the day-to-day, because our short-term memory, it just isn't there. And we feel like we're floundering, and we feel like we're going crazy. If you're experiencing this, if you're having a really hard time with this journey, then I want to talk with you. I want to see if maybe I can be support to you in this grief journey, because it's so challenging. You know, that time period where our brain is desperately searching for just some sign that they're out there, some sign of comfort, right? And we're looking for where that relationship is now. And the good news is, over time, you will find that relationship, right? That's part of the grief journey. But you don't need to be suffering with the grief journey. You know, all of these messages that are erroneous messages about having to sever the relationship, we need to learn what is truth and what is myth in the grief journey. We really need to learn how to walk through the grief journey in a way that honors the pain, because there's certainly pain here, but there doesn't need to be suffering. And so if you want to talk with me about how to do this and what you're going through, please send me a private message, give me a call, and let's talk about it together. In the meantime, please be reassured that you are finding where that relationship is. And all of those symptoms that you're experiencing, it's what happens when your brain is trying to solve a problem. Think of it as your computer trying to solve a problem, right? When your computer is running a program, how slow do all the other programs run? Well, that's your brain. It's your brain on grief, right? It's 24/7 running the program. Where are they now? Where are they now? Where are they now? Where are they now? And so we want to make sure that we give space to that query and that we learn how to walk that with integrity and with some semblance of ease, grace, and peace. Because it's far too chaotic and dramatic and traumatic a time if we don't. So if you're experiencing that drama and that chaos, please give me a call. Great to see you. I look forward to being with you again tomorrow, where we'll talk about another topic. In the meantime, as I said, PM me or write a comment in this box, and I'll come and find you. Be well. Journey with ease. Namaste.